hopefully.
Call the December meeting of the Batesville Redevelopment Commission to session. Call the roll. Derek Cox.
Here.
Kevin Campbell. Here. Bill Narwhal here. Melissa Tucker.
Here.
Mayor Eargang.
Here.
Paul Gates.
Here.
Sarah Lamping.
Here.
Jeremy Raver.
Here.
Attorney Blaine Timonera.
Here.
Carrie Riley.
Here.
And I show no others in attendance. Audrey. All right, she gets in the minutes. Okay, minutes of the November 19th meeting were provided to you ahead of time. When someone feels comfortable, I'll take a motion to approve the minutes as presented.
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes as presented.
Second?
I'll second that.
Any discussion, corrections, additions? All in favor of approval of the minutes signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Item number 2, conveyance of city property.
At the last RDC meeting, I had shared that there was some property along Lammers Pike that was owned by the city of Batesville that is, had quite a few prospects looking at that and asking the city's willingness to sell that. And after our discussion at the RDC meeting, the thought was that we would convey the city property to the Batesville Redevelopment Commission. So I did present that at the city council meeting, of which they seemed in favor of doing so. And the property that I'm mentioning, I gave you a copy of right there on Lambert Pike. It's actually 2 parcels. And in turn, what we intend to do is have an ordinance prepared for the offer of the property to the Redevelopment Commission. We intend to have the public hearing where the mayor will take comments from the public on whether they're in favor or not. And that will take place at the next city council meeting. And then the following and final step will be for the Redevelopment Commission to sign a resolution accepting the property. And by conveying it to the Redevelopment Commission, it gives us more flexibility in selling the property. If the city were to own it, they have to take the highest bidder. When we work with the Redevelopment Commission, we can look at it from a standpoint as the best use of the property in turn with the city's goals and objectives for growth. So it's a difference between price and best use. So that's the purpose why the conveyance to the Redevelopment Commission would be necessary, or in our best interest to do.
So what kind of a motion do you need?
The motion that I would need is that once the city council agrees to convey the property and the public hearing takes place, my question is, can we have the resolution signed prior to our next Redevelopment Commission meeting?
We would,
You'd have to present it now. You don't have one.
yeah, it would have to be presented now for us to sign it now.
You said you were going to do it next month, the resolution accepting it.
For the city council.
Here too.
Yeah, and I do have the resolution, but it was for city council to convey the property. And then
You do need a resolution for the redevelopment, but it's not going to be signed till next meeting.
that's what I'm.
So after
That's what-
this,
okay.
after the city
Misunderstood.
council meeting.
I was
Yeah.
asking, can there an exception be where it could be signed prior to our next meeting? But does the signing of the resolution have to take place during the meeting, the next RDC meeting? Or can it be done earlier?
Why would you do it earlier?
Just to,
And how fast somebody wants to buy it, and if we still gotta jump through.
If you
hoops
need
with all
something,
that,
then
the
you could
appraisals
get
and all
it.
that.
yeah, I mean, there's no
You
urgency.
could call a separate meeting and do it, if that was the case. I don't know.
We'll just wait till the next RDC meeting for the resolution to be signed then, because right now, the city council has not conveyed the property to you. The mayor has not had the public hearing. So for you to sign it today is extremely premature.
Okay,
But does the council need something formal to say that the RDC is willing to accept it?
we did that.
That was the request.
We did that last month. We said if they give it to us, we'll take it,
Perfect.
basically.
And that was the reason why I introduced it to city council at the level.
Well, Sarah, my understanding is that it would be our responsibility then, before it can be sold, to have the property appraised.
Correct.
Is there any reason that we couldn't go ahead and approve having it appraised so that as this process, because that's going to take 2 or 3 months, as we know, for that process to, even though we don't have it, we could agree to have it appraised, could we not?
Yes, I've already reached out to 2 different appraisers, asking for their fee structure, their timing, having them take a look at the property, their willingness to work with us on that.
Do you have a deadline on when they're supposed to return that to you?
What I have found with previous appraisals that I've done, they're pretty good about getting it done within 30 days.
The appraisal?
Yeah.
Okay, what about the quote? When do you expect that? You said you reached,
It comes along with it. What they will do is I've requested an appraisal be done, and as long as we accept their fee for the appraisal, they can move forward on it. And when they move forward on it, then they will come back to us with a price. What we will in turn need to do is look at both of the appraisals and determine fair market value, which, and then we will know the value of the property.
you need the value of them for your public hearing?
I don't think we need them for the public hearing.
No, you don't have to go through a property disposal process when you're conveying from one governmental entity to another. So the pricing of it,
Just for transparency, he's going to have public input? Or is that a requirement?
That's a
you do not.
requirement. Oh,
Okay.
Are you asking for RDC selling to third party or the city?
No,
I think
no.
you're asking for the city transferring it to you, correct?
Yeah,
Yeah, you do not have to have an appraisal. You don't have to have a price.
okay.
You just have to have a public hearing, correct? Yep.
So is next month okay for you to get that appraisal approved?
I think
The process?
I think you can go ahead and schedule the appraisal. If it gets completed beforehand, it's just a matter of timing. I don't think it makes
Okay.
a whole lot of difference, to be honest with you.
right. And given it's the holiday season, you know, and if I think that the cost of the appraisals are fair compared to what I've worked with in the past, then you
Okay.
give me the liberty to go ahead and choose who I intend to work with, and I will do that.
Okay, I was just trying to see if we could speed things up a little bit by giving you some authority on the appraisal, but it sounds like that's in process. Okay,
And I went back and looked at the cost of the appraisals that I've done in the past. We would be looking at an expense of approximately $5,000 plus for both of them. From both 2,500. So that would be,
one last question. Let's assume that this property is sold. Where do the proceeds from that sale to go?
RDC. RDC will be the owner,
Okay. Thank you.
if there are proceeds. Obviously, RDC, like Sarah explained, has the ability and the flexibility to negotiate on price or no price based upon the benefits that the development provides. So there is substantial flexibility.
Thank you. Anything else on that? Other unfinished business? Hearing none. New business, financial report and claims.
Okay, I just passed out to everybody, sorry Blaine, I don't have one more copy, but the The year-to-date so far, or what I'm expecting the end of the year to be based on expenses, and they're all in, so this really should be the number. Let's go over the first sheet first. It's got estimated, but like I said, we did get all the revenue in from Ripley County. As you can see, we actually exceeded what we thought our TIF revenue was going to be by about $22,000. Even though Industrial Park was below what they thought, but you can see the I-74 was 40,000 higher than they even thought it was going to be, so that was interesting. When it comes to expenses, you can look down through the listing and see what we spent money on, what's not. The obvious one, the Industrial Park Road, we had figured about $1.6 million. We all know we didn't do that. We only spent about $183,000 so far for the engineering on the road from HWC bills and stuff. The grant we paid, the other thing. The two bottom ones, Baxter Building and Rest Stop, did not come through yet. I'm assuming they won't come through in the next couple weeks here, week and a half. So those will probably be, I'm assuming we're going to probably move those over to next year because we've already committed to them. And you'll see that on the next sheet. So right now I'm saying that our year-end balance for all the TIF areas, our balance for this redevelopment will be $2.391 million at the end of 25. So if you take that amount and you move to the next sheet where it says 2026 budget, that obviously is the opening number or opening balance for 1/1 of 26. The revenue that they're estimating is about $1,041,000. That's again from the Reedy sheets that we got already. So that's an increase again of about $35,000 over what we got this year in 25. Commitments. Financial services and miscellaneous around $20,000 again. The ARA bill we have already, that'll be paid first thing in January, $3,360. The Thrive payments for the bonds, as you remember, we're done paying the Thrive $10,000 yearly extra now. That was last year was $25,000, so that's no longer there. The Industrial Park land bond for $175,000. The $125,000 is our guesstimate on if we get the downtown development grant, that was the match that we were kind of using as a basis for. So that's in there. RDA membership is $7,500 in there. There's your Baxter Building and there's your Rest Stop amounts now for next year. Assuming, I know the 142,250 was an exact amount that we said. I think the 90 was kind of still a guesstimate, wasn't it, Sarah? Pretty close. The two in yellow are obviously the big questions. It comes down to the bond. I threw a number in there of $300,000 for a new payment. I also kept that $1.6 million in there for the pay down. We've talked about it a lot of times, whether or not based on the dollars we have available and what they ever come back to us with, what would it take to do a better pay down or fully pay it down, will base on those numbers. So for now, that's just, that would give you $700 and something thousand of discretionary projects and still keep a $200,000 budget balance at the end of the year. If you start adding those up, depending on what they come back with, there's a possibility you could say, hey, let's just pay the whole thing. However, you got to remember the other thing is cash flow. We're not going to see usually about on the payments to TIF, it's in June and December. So in June, you're going to get about 60% because some people pay full amounts right away. So figure about $600,000 coming in June and about 400 and something coming in December. You don't have that till June or December. So the question is, do you have enough money to pay it off? Your cash balance is still going to only be $2.4 million.
And make it till June.
Right. You can run a minus, but you're taking money out of the bank that's actually city money then because it all gets in one pile, excuse me. So I don't really think that's a good idea, but I'm not saying it's impossible. The state just requires that the funds at the end of the year are all above zero or at zero. And they would be based on the fact you're going to get the million, but I would hesitate before I would commit all that and then hope that we get the money that we say we're going to get. So until we get information from, all those guys, we're just a stab in the dark to see what we can do.
And the other option is wait till June to do it.
you could do that.
So but the 1.6 million, we don't really have, right? It's really.
No, wait a minute. You
It's
got-
really 1.4.
No. You've got 2.391 million. That's what you've got in the bank. Okay, these are just estimates of expenses that we would have, so don't look at
So
that
that
1.6.
is what we thought we were gonna pay down on it, not
Yes,
what's really
yes,
left.
don't worry about
What's
what's,
really left for the road.
it's in this
It's not
2.3,
needed
but
for
it's
the
not, it's not like this magic
I get that,
1.6
but-
is sitting on the side in addition or anything. That's just part of the 2.391 million. But I mean, from a paper point, if you got the 1.6 and the 300,000, and if you decided, hey, we're going to take every discretionary project, and we're going to do this and get this done for 26, it looks like you might have enough even up to almost, $3 million, but cash flow wise, and that's not a bad thought. If you wait till June, you got 600,000 more, that would give you about 2.9 million, almost 3 million. The question is, you do have expenses every month on some of these other things, but I would just address it then. But do you want to wait till June? I don't know if there's a problem waiting till June to do this whole bond. It might take till June to do it
Yeah.
anyway, is the way this speeds along.
Been a year and a half now, or at least, so.
Yeah. I gave you one other sheet too at the end. There's the TIF revenue received. I do this every year. It just gives you an idea from 2000 through 25, so that's 6 years of how our TIF revenue's grown. Back in 2020, it was 486,000. Now it's over $1 million. So that's the good news. So it's been growing on a consistent basis. Woodmiser stayed about the same, but that's been pretty consistent.
Wait, when does this TIF expire? 2040?
I am not up to date on when they actually started the TIF to say, and how
20-year
many
TIFs?
years? Is it 20 years, I think?
5, I thought.
25? See, we're all over. We probably all won't be on the board by then, so, no.
We got
Maybe Sarah will be still here, but, well, the rest of us might not be. I don't know the answer to that. How's that?
But my comment that I would make to
I don't know
that
when it started.
would be the I-74 Franklin, I-74 Ripley, all of I-74. That TIF started prior to the Woodmiser, GE, and industrial.
It started, but did it, doesn't it?
Did the clock start?
When did it's that term, when's the clock start ticking, because you use the money for things, and I don't know the answer to those.
So when you say 2020, that's money received in 2020 based on 2019 taxes. So
Yeah.
it's
Just like
already
the
1 year in
25s were
arrears.
already. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I've got that sheet going all the way back to 2016 when I started looking at it, but I cut it off at the 20 just so it would fit better and look, but it's showing good growth. That's good
Yeah,
now.
great growth.
So anyway, that's all I have. Has anybody got any questions on, I mean, I think it's going to come down to the bond's going to be the biggest issue. Once that's settled, then you may be able to make decisions on what do you want to do with any discretionary funding or projects that come up in 26. I think the board needs to decide, is this the year we get this thing the heck done? We still got the industrial park bond, remember, goes through 2029. It's got a few years left, 4 years left on it or so. The Thrive bond is going to continue for, I think it's a good another 10 years or something. That was a long one. Remember, we tried to get out of that and they wouldn't let us, so, but that's only 26,000. Otherwise, some of these are, obviously, the other ones are all discretionary already. Your development match grant, your Baxter building, your rest stop, those are all discretionary anyway. So you're not committed terribly on a regular basis with things.
Well, thank you, Paul. And thank you for your years of service to RDC. And you're obviously not leaving the cupboard bare. So
Yeah.
appreciate that.
Okay.
It was when you came in.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Okay, industrial park board bond, I'm sorry, industrial park bond.
That's, what are we talking about there?
Do we have any more discussion?
Oh, okay.
I exchanged an email with
say,
Yeah, district.
we're gonna be meeting this week, and I think the implication was we'd have some numbers, and he said, no, we're not gonna get there. We've got some interest rates. And then I also questioned a bill that we received for their work to date on the bond. I think I presented that to Sarah. And I think looking at the contract with them, it's up to $30,000, I want to say, was their, what we agreed to for their fees for this initial phase of working on it, and we're, Sarah, do you have that bill in front of you?
I think it's 22.
22. And my understanding, and correct me if I'm wrong, is that bill represents Baker Tilly, Ice Miller, and Timonero.
No, that's just Baker Tilly.
Okay, and that's up, and that is only up until the end of October. That's,
But isn't there a not to exceed number? And that not to exceed number does include Timonera and Ice Miller, I think.
There's no, my arrangement with the city is included all underneath, RDC is included underneath of my contract or my understanding of my obligation.
Okay. But how about Ice Miller?
The Ice Miller stuff doesn't get done until
I think
bond.
Bonds, so
That's-
that's involved with
And
the
then that's
bond.
built into the bond.
when and if we issue the bond, I'm guessing if we don't issue a bond and we cash flow this thing, there probably will be a bill on the back end of it.
So,
My understanding is their fees are incorporated within the bond soft costs.
so the 32 max is all Baker Tilly then?
That's my understanding.
and that was the purpose of the email that the mayor received, was to say,
Did that bill have a due date on it that they wanted it paid? Does
I
that
don't,
need
bel-
to
I
go
don't,
out?
bel- I don't believe it had a due date on it. I was surprised. It
Wait
just,
till January and pay it then, at the earliest, I guess.
Brad's first bill.
I want to keep my financials looking good. I don't want to come in and
brought that up.
don't forget about it, because they'll be asking for it.
out and pay it when we see some numbers.
Yeah, that'd be nice if we got numbers, then maybe we'd pay their bill.
Yeah.
Maybe tell
Yeah,
Okay. 2026 meeting dates, we have one temporarily scheduled for January the 28th.
Actually, I apologize. I just pulled up their contract. I think their not to exceeds 25,000.
25, yeah.
right.
There's only 2,200 and something left, I think.
Yeah, you might as well write them a damn check for 25 grand and be done. 'Cause that's what it is.
Yeah, they're going to get it.
Yeah, don't leave it on the table.
Okay. Yeah.
Going back to proposed meeting schedule, February 28th, or excuse me, January 28th. Is that a conflict with anyone?
That's actually,
I hope not.
I think we're supposed to open the bid.
Paul says he doesn't think he can make it.
We're supposed to open the bid on the retention pond at
Okay. Okay. After reviewing all of these dates, the November and the December dates took into consideration when the holidays fall. So those are true meeting dates. The one that we may want to consider picking a new date on would be the May 25th date, because spring break for the community is the 20th through the 27th.
For March.
You mean March? Yeah, you said May. Okay, March,
Sorry, March 25th.
March 25th, yeah.
That's Batesville Community School Corporation.
I won't be here either. No, it's,
Is-
Are
no,
we talking about the
20
March meeting?
22nd through 28th.
I had Andrea,
Yeah,
For teaching other kids
it's
things.
the 22nd through the, yep.
Mine does.
So I wouldn't be here.
is that correct, Jeremy?
Yeah, it is.
Okay. So as we get closer, we'll want to reschedule
Yeah, the only,
or see if we have.
Well, the only one we're setting right now is January
January.
28th, correct? Okay.
And I will send you a reoccurring invite to those meetings.
Okay. All right. Derek, anything, other new business?
Not for me.
Kevin?
No.
Paul, any parting shots?
It's been a pleasure. It's been a pleasure. I enjoyed the time on here, and I hope, excuse me, I hope that we do, having the budget helps a lot compared to when I first started. I tell John this all the time, one of my, I guess I'll say my proudest accomplishments is between here and the economic development. What we walked into back in 16 and what we have today is, I feel really good about the fact that the joke used to be, well, we got the funds, I don't know, Paul's not going to like this. Paul doesn't care. Here's your money. Do what you want with it, and I'm fine. So anyway, I just wanted to bring that up. Thanks a lot. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Paul.
Yeah.
Anything?
Thanks.
He also did comment, if we, do spend all our money to defease this bond, it would eliminate a monthly meeting for us all. Next year. I mean, a recurring monthly
At least
meeting.
one.
Yeah, no, I don't have anything else.
He could always be appointed to the RDC.
I tried that already, and he was kind of frowning on that.
Melissa?
No, just thank you, Paul, for all of your work, and we will miss you dearly.
Jeremy?
Nothing really, just the only thing I would note is that, I mean, obviously, everybody's aware that the school board's been busy recently. Obviously, we're looking to fill the superintendent vacancy with Paul moving on to the state level. And then also having a high school position open, but obviously that's a big priority that Blaine and I have been working on from the board perspective. We did a community survey and got a great response to that, and obviously the community in general is very engaged in kind of wanting to know where we're going with the process, but things are moving along well, and we're excited to hopefully have somebody in place in January.
That's good.
Good. That's hard work. It is. It's very involved. Carrie?
Nope.
Sarah?
No, I think I'm,
How, is the Baxter building, is it, they're about done, aren't they?
yes, and I did push on him to get us an invoice. I told him that we'd like to get that cleared up and paid out by the end of this year. And you haven't,
I'm not sure we're going to get it in before the end of the year now.
I know, he's not going to get it.
Okay, good.
Do we need any kind of a verification that they, I mean, we can see what they did, but
I will, what I want to do with other projects like this, I can take the building department with me to verify that the work that was spec'd was completed.
I think Bill's asking to see the roof.
You want to get on the roof? When we do that-
I've been on many.
You can see it from a helicopter or something.
We can get some
Yeah, test, yeah.
out there and we can look over.
I saw those guys up there working when it was blowing really hard and cold, and I thought, oh, man.
And they,
I don't know, I'd rather be up there in heat than that.
Yeah, me
and they have been exceptional in working with the Batesville Area Arts Council on preserving the integrity of the murals that are in place.
And
All I know on that is that there may be a purchase agreement. There is a purchase agreement in place for the training center. Don't know that it's,
has the tenant started moving in, the warehouse portion?
yes, of the AP building,
Yes.
yes.
Blaine?
I don't have any updates. I think Carrie missed an opportunity here. She's probably had as much sleep as I have had lately because I know she's getting ready to send in our grant application for the Main Street Revitalization Program grant. I think
Yep,
that's due
that's due
Friday. So that's being submitted. We had an initial review with
Okra.
Okra.
the Okra person, or Okra representative. What was it, Tayden?
Peyton.
And he gave us feedback as far as things to change, things of that nature. But that grant submission, the final grant submission, will be sent in then. So I don't know what their award time frame on that was, January.
February.
But, so maybe there may be a monthly meeting then for February.
Okay. Next meeting, January the 28th at 4 PM, and ask for a motion to adjourn.
One agenda item that will be at that meeting will be the election of officers.
Okay. Motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Derek? Second?
Second.
Second. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to everyone.
Thank you. Thank you all for
Hold on just a second. January 5th. So.
They made a.
Not all of them, but we got two big sections.